Hey, and welcome to the PA is In, the show created by PAs for PAs, where codependency with your supervising physician is a thing of the past. Optimal team practice is the future, and physician associate has taken the place of physician assistant as the professional title of choice. We are redefining what success as a PA looks like and what it feels like. Here you'll find the tangible, practical things that I use to escape healthcare burnout, the exact mindset shifts, the money habits, the systems and processes that I used to become a unicorn PA with a job I love, abundant energy, time to spare, and work optional financial freedom. I'm sharing everything that has helped me to navigate over a decade of PA life with you so that you can live long and prosper. The PA is in. Welcome to a special Thanksgiving episode. It is actually Thanksgiving. I do not typically record these episodes, turn around, and publish them the same day, but I'm behind because life is real. And you may hear my kids in the background because right now they are sorting through school paperwork with their dad in the kitchen, trying to make our home look less like a dumpster fire before my in laws arrive for a meal in a couple of hours. So today is Thanksgiving in the United States, a holiday where we talk about what we're grateful for, where everyone posts adorable pictures of their family on social media, myself included, and we say, this is what matters to me. This is what I'm grateful for. This is why I feel grateful. And I've talked about this before on the podcast, and I will say it again today. You need a gratitude practice, not because it's Thanksgiving, but because gratitude will change your entire life. What you focus on, you will find. So if you have a gratitude practice where you're looking for opportunities to be grateful and writing down or meditating on or thinking about things that you're grateful for, you will find more in your life to be grateful for. So, the definition of gratitude is the quality of being thankful. It's also defined as a readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Now, I think the most important part of this definition is readiness. So, there are opportunities to be grateful even on the shittiest day. And if you practice that readiness, if you practice getting ready to show appreciation, then when those opportunities come up, you will be able and ready to pour out that appreciation on to others. When I think of gratitude, I think it goes hand in hand with contentment. So there's a part of me that used to think, I'm really grateful for all that I have and these blessings in my life, and I see it. But the type A part of me, the striving, achieving, wanting to do more and achieve more and accomplish more, was like, wait a minute. If I feel grateful, doesn't that mean that I'll become complacent? If I feel grateful for the things that I have today, doesn't that mean that I will stop trying? Doesn't that mean that I'll be okay with my income and my job and my marriage and my relationship with my kids and my friendships? Like if I'm grateful for them, does that mean that I'm accepting them as they are today and I never want them to change or grow or get better and I don't want to strive or become a better person because I'm grateful for the person that I am today and the life that I have today? And that's not how it works. So, gratitude and the desire to achieve and grow and change are not mutually exclusive. So, you can be grateful for all that you have, and you can also say, hey, this could be better. Today, I am incredibly grateful for my marriage and for this deep, deep connection I have with Dan. And also, we have work to do. I'm so grateful for each one of my kids and the connection that I have with them and this opportunity to speak into their life in a really powerful way. And sometimes I mess it up. And I think this is where contentment comes in. So, contentment is a state of happiness and satisfaction. And you can be content with what you have and still desire to improve yourself and to improve your life and to improve things that are important to you and the things that you value. So it's just running on the treadmill. I'm trying to be more heart healthy. I have had some really significant health challenges over the course of the last 3 years. And I previously was going to all of these specialists trying to figure out what was going on. And as I prepare for these appointments, I'd be writing down what I want to talk to the provider about, what questions I have, where I think we should go, what testing, like what I want to understand. And I kept saying to Dan, I'm young and healthy. I'm young and healthy. I'm 33. I'm young and healthy. And in the last couple of weeks, I realized I do objectively feel like I still qualify as young at 33, although my kids would probably tell you otherwise. But I'm not healthy. I think I want to be healthy. I think I used to be healthy. And I think that for the last 3 years, there's been a chronic, likely autoimmune condition going on inside my body. And I have a chronic health condition that we don't know what it is. And that was really hard for me to reconcile the identity that I had for myself, that young and healthy and vibrant person, with someone who was really struggling with their health, with someone who was having to go to multiple specialists and everyone was saying, I don't know what's wrong. And I've never seen anything like this before. And I don't say that because I want your pity. If you would love to say a prayer for me or send me some good vibes, I would so appreciate that. I think that there is power in that. But you can be something and still want to be better or still want to be something else. So you can be young and healthy and want to have a better, healthier heart. You can be young and chronically ill and want to be healthier. So I have been really focusing on heart health because one of my providers, my electrophysiologist, said, hey, I don't know what's going on with your heart. And we can make it better temporarily and mask the symptoms with this medication. But one thing that you can do is get your heart to be more like a marathoner's heart. He says, like flippantly, like it's no big deal to run a marathon. Like it's no big deal to have a heart that beats slower because you have stressed it and gotten it ready for the challenge that is a marathon. So between him and my cardiologist, I put together a specific training plan. I am not running a marathon. I may someday, but right now I think I'm running so that my baseline heart rate decreases. I'm running so that my heart is more compliant, so that I have more preloads, so that my parasympathetic tone increases, so that my baseline resting heart rate is lower. So that whatever is going on in my body that's driving me to be tachycardic will have less of an effect because my baseline heart rate will be lower. So we kind of went out of left field here and talked about my health, but you can say, hey, I'm young and healthy, or I'm young and I have a chronic illness, but I want to be healthier. So contentment and gratitude don't mean that you're complacent or accepting where you are. It means that in whatever situation that you're in, you can look around and find something small, something specific that you can say, hey, I'm grateful for this. My favorite gratitude practice is in my morning routine. I look back on the last 24 hours and I think of 3 very specific things that I'm grateful for. So I used to say general things like I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my health, I'm thankful for my home and my job and my friends. But I have found that the more words you use to describe what you're grateful for, the more specific you are about it. So I have this dear friend, Tara, and I haven't seen her in a while, and we're still super close. We talk all the time. And I called her when I was going to pick up the kids from daycare. I had one errand to run on the way, and I called her and I said, hey, what are you up to? She said, I'm leaving work. I'm headed for Costco. I said, Costco? I'm going to a store right next to Costco, Nordstrom Rack, which is like my kryptonite from a shopping budgetary standpoint, especially this shoe section. Don't go into the Nordstrom Rack shoe section if you're on a budget. It's not good. And Tara said, hey, I'm going to Costco. And I said, can I join you? I would love to meet you at Costco and walk through Costco with you and pick up what you need, and also guacamole, which is what we needed from Costco. And it was this great, like temporary passing by connection. But Tara is one of these people that when I see her, I feel better and I have this deep connection. I'm so flipping thankful for that friendship. So the next morning in my journal, when I did my gratitude practice, I didn't say I'm thankful for Tara. I said, I'm thankful that I have a friend that I can get together with. And after 20 minutes in a busy, crowded warehouse store, I can walk away feeling better, feeling a deeper sense of connection. So that's the difference between I'm grateful for Tara and I'm grateful for this specific thing that happened. So I can say I'm grateful for my kids, or I can say I'm grateful that yesterday when I picked the kids up from daycare, Rayanne's eyes lit up when she saw my car in the parking lot, and I ran over to her on the playground and she ran to me. And it's this moment that as a working parent, gosh, I love picking my kids up from daycare. I love seeing them after I've been at the office all day taking care of patients and they've been at school learning and they've been at daycare playing. I love seeing them and that just like instant spark. It's like love at first sight, but with someone that you already love. And I wrote in my journal the other day when I was doing my gratitude practice that I'm so grateful for the fact that Dan and I have been married long enough that we know each other well enough that we can argue and everything is okay. That we can have a conversation where one of us can say, hey, you dropped the ball here, or hey, you didn't show up well for me this way, or hey, I despise this thing about the way that we interact, or I'm asking for something that you're not giving me in this relationship, and that the other person can hear it, take that feedback, make changes, but that regardless of the outcome of that conversation, as Dan likes to call them, and arguments, which is what they actually are, that regardless of what happens, that we are in this together. And for that, I am so grateful. And that is so much more specific than I'm grateful for Dan. So 3 things every 24 hours that you are grateful for, specific things. And what you focus on, you will find. So what I have found through doing that gratitude practice, I've been doing it now for years, sometimes with more consistency, sometimes with less, because spoiler alert, I am a human being also. What I have found in doing it is that when you're in the habit of doing it, you go through the day looking for things that you're grateful for. And you take these mental pictures in your mind of specific things. And the next morning, you're like, I have too many. I have way more than 3 to choose from. I want to write all the things because you start to look for the details and you start to feel grateful for the details because that's what you were looking for. So I was just on the treadmill running. One of my little guys was reading a book, and then they have this little craft station set up just next to my office in our workout room, so that when we're exercising, the kids have something to do if they end up hanging out in our gym, our home gym room. And he said, "Mom, I'm going to make a scavenger hunt for Thanksgiving. People are coming to our house." I was like, "That sounds awesome. What are you going to hide?" And he said, "I'm going to hide one thing for everyone." And he wrote on a Post-it note, which I'll show you. If you're on YouTube and you're looking at me, I'm crying. I'm a little bit of a mess and I just ran. So he wrote on this note, "I love you, Mommy. Happy Thanksgiving." And he said, "I want to hide one of these all over the house for each person that's coming to our house." So he asked me how to spell their name, and he hid our grandparents' ones upstairs where they'll be relatively easy to find. His brothers, he really hid. So my message to you on this long-winded, tearful gratitude episode of the PA is that I love you. I'm so grateful for you and for this community and for you listening. And I hope you have a really, really happy Thanksgiving.